Welcome back to Sports World. Harness racing's big event of the year, the Interdominion Pacing Championship, is getting close to the final. Last lot of heats were run last night in Adelaide, and it really broke up during the week with great controversy between two of the leading stables. Vic Frost, who's got a couple of horses in the final, and Vin Knight. On Wednesday night, Vin took Vic on during a race, and then Vic wanted to take Vin on after the race. John Casey reports.
Last Wednesday was a brilliant night at Globe Derby Park, but the evening was to turn sour for rival drivers Vic Frost and Vin Knight, who engaged in a cutthroat duel in Heat 5.
It's Elmina Boy let go, and Elmina Boy let go by Vin Knight is taking Westburn Grant on for the lead. He's got a half a length in front. Vic Frost forced to accelerate. They're going very hard down the back straight.
The race within a race between two of Australia's best drivers left the door open for an upset win.
But Westburn Grant goes for a sprint with 100 metres left to run. Flashing home is Gaelic Skipper. He's cutting Westburn Grant down. It's going to be close, and Gaelic Skipper is too good. Gaelic Skipper runs away, wins by a length and a half, Westburn Grant.
After the event, Frost and Knight clashed again in a heated slanging match, and the matter seemed far from over. But while they sorted out their differences, Wiona Chief and Brian Hancock were making their mark on the track with a record-breaking performance.
Wiona Chief down the outside is responding to the whip. Rockley Victory just the leader. Wiona Chief getting to it. Wiona Chief hits the front and beats Rockley Victory on a length and a half. Reba Lord.
West Australian All A Dream led throughout in Heat 6.
In the straight with 150 metres to run, under the whip, quite famous. Kylie's Hero getting an inside run, and down the outside, Jane Ellen. All A Dream responding to the whip, close to home. Jane Ellen crashing home with the Cornishman, but All A Dream wins it.
So after two nights, Wiona Chief led the series, and most of the fancied runners looked on target for a place in the Rich final.
For the others, that left just one more chance to try and scrape into next Saturday night's final. Some desperate driving was expected during the final series of heats, and once again the racing was first class.
The opening race last night saw Whitby Timer become the first dual heat winner of the series.
Whitby Timer given more rain, slips away by a length and a half on Quite Famous. Earth Station getting a run through on the inside. Wiona Chief hooks three wide. The pressure's on. Jane Ellen goes up on the fence into a pocket, and Bolshavart's right off the track. 400 metres to run. Whitby Timer in front by just over length. Wiona Chief knuckling down to the task. A length back Earth Station, and then running into the picture. Jane Ellen coming with a well-timed run. 3 lengths back, Butcher's Mate, Trunky Sting. Bolshavart can't go on. Quite Famous has dropped out. Whitby Timer almost joined by Wiona Chief. Earth Station under the whip. Jane Ellen flashing home. Wiona Chief and Whitby Timer battling it out. Whitby Timer and Wiona Chief and Earth Station on the inside. But Whitby Timer wins it. Wins by half a length.
Trainer-driver Rod Chambers, who will start 2 paces in the Rich final, is enjoying Adelaide immensely.
He's equalled the, no, I think he's actually broken the track record, so Westburn Grant's record, so it all looks good for the final.
Rockley Victory's going 3 wide from the back of the field. He's flushed out Westburn Grant. Frost trying to go with him now. They've locked wheels, those 2 horses, momentarily. And Rivoli Jack is last.
In Heat 8, the Vin Knight Vic Frost war surfaced again. A mid-race skirmish once again set up the defeat of championship favourite Westburn Grant.
But Kylie's Hero's the leader. Whitby Heritage flashing home. Westburn Grant won't make it. But Kylie's Hero's too good. Wins by a length. Whitby Heritage.
Afterwards, both Knight and Frost were ordered to the steward's room, and it was obvious the two were not seeing eye to eye. But Vic Frost was very diplomatic.
I haven't enjoyed the best of luck. I've sort of been out of luck a little bit, and you know, otherwise possibly we probably could have won a heat or two.
I guess you'll wait for the luck to come in the final.
Well, it'll be a nice time to come, wouldn't it?
The final heat had 4 horses engaged trying to win a spot in the final.
And it's still 4-8 dictating the turns, leading 3/4 of a length on Reba Lord. The New Zealander is the world record holder for 2,600 metres, so he should stay up the journey. The second quarter, the last mile, 30.6. Reba Lord trying to put pressure on 4-8. Running third on the outside, Elvita Boy. Victory still can't get a run. Then the Cornishman out 3 wide, staying to finish on doggedly. Rufus Youngblood gets off the rails, but runs into a pocket in the middle, followed by National Image, All A Dream. And Gaelic Skipper is last. Off the back now, and approaching the 300-metre mark. It's Thor-8 in front from Reba Lord by a long neck. Elvita Boy's hooking out 3 wide, still running on. Victory still now in the middle. All A Dream is sneaking up along the inside, right off the track. Rufus Youngblood. And also coming down the outside is Gaelic Skipper in the home straight. It's Thor-8 the leader with 100 metres to run. All A Dream trying to get through near the inside, finishing fast. Rufus Youngblood, but Thor-8 wins it. Thor-8 wins it. Gaelic Skipper got home on the outside.
Sydney horseman Brian Hancock became the most successful trainer-driver of the series, winning 3 heats, and he now has a problem most would give an arm and a leg for.
Yeah, I've got a problem. It's not a very big problem. It's a nice problem to have, and I think we'll sit down and talk to the two group of owners, which you've got to think of. It's not the Interdominion, it's the rest of our life together, and it sort of come to the decision that I've trained for some of these people for 20-odd years. So I think what they'll do, they'll leave the decision with me, and I've got to sit down and work out who's going to drive and what's going to go on from there.
After 3 nights of heats, the only fact to emerge is that the 1990 Grand Final will be one of the most even ever. 3 drivers, Brian Hancock, Rod Chambers and Vin Knight, all have 2 runners engaged, and if the rift between Knight and Vic Frost doesn't heal soon, next Saturday night's fireworks shouldn't be missed. John Casey reporting for Sports World.
Should be a great final. I mentioned Vic Frost had 2 horses in the final. That was wrong. He's only got the 1, but 3 drivers having 2 in the final there, and we'll have that final next week on Sports World. More racing a little later in the program.